presentation of TNT Sports.
This is Bob Neal from the Brendan Byrne Arena in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The third consecutive sellout here at the Meadowlands Arena for two reasons. One, the Nets are playing very good basketball, and two, Michael Jordan's Chicago Bulls in upset. The Bulls on top of the Eastern Conference with the best record, 38 wins and 17 losses. They won 5 in a row. New Jersey, home court advantage in the playoffs if they started right now. But look at the loss column, 4 through 8 and 9. The New Jersey Nets heading into a very difficult stretch of the season. They can lose several in a row and fall all the way out of the playoff picture. And they've got even more bad news, and that is that point guard Kenny Anderson, the second-year player from Georgia Tech, broke his hand in this flagrant foul by John Starks against the hated New York Knicks here in New Jersey. Starks, by the way, has been fined $5,000. And Doug Collins, the question obviously is, what does this mean to the Nets now that they face a tough stretch and they lose Kenny Anderson?
Well, in looking at Chuck Daly's face this morning, it means a lot. First of all, you lose your floor leader, the guy who gives you speed and quickness, the guy who executes your offense, who's your extension on the floor. So you lose that. You have no practice time. You're going to the toughest stretch of the season trying to maintain your position. It's going to be a very difficult time for the New Jersey Nets without Kenny Anderson.
So what now? Who steps in?
Well, it's going to be point guard by committee. Tate George will start tonight. He's only played 233 minutes. He's 6'5". He can post. He's solid. Ramil Robinson, flashy, but he's been inconsistent. And my old backcourt buddy, Maurice Teague, is back from a broken foot. So it'll be those three guys. Whoever's playing well will be on the floor.
Not only that, but Sam Bowie going to miss tonight.
Yeah, and they're going to miss him. They'll start Dudley, and then they'll come off the bench with Mahorn, but you lose in that bench depth. Chris Dudley's been playing tremendous. 39 rebounds in his last 2 ball games. 21 in the game against the Knicks, 11 offensive rebounds.
After the All-Star break, the Chicago Bulls have the best record in the NBA. They've won their last 5 and have moved back on top of the Eastern Conference standing. That despite injuries to Cartwright and Paxson still on the injured list. What does that mean to the Bulls?
Well, the Bulls would like to be able to get the best record in the East without taxing themselves to the point where they're going to be exhausted going into the playoffs. So what they're doing is quietly going about their job. And they're doing it with the big three, Jordan, Pippen, and Grant. That's the heart and soul of the team. They need Paxson and Cartwright back for the playoffs, but as long as those 3 guys are healthy, they will be fine during the course of the regular season.
When Chuck Daly coached the world champion Detroit Pistons, he had a rule called the Jordan Rule. A book later got named for that. That meant that they had a special way to defend Jordan. He mentioned the Jordan Rule to you this morning.
Well, if the Nets have a problem, it's that individually they don't play defense that well. They're getting better team defensively. So they're going to swarm Michael. They're going to trap him in the post. They're going to trap him on the screen and rolls. They're going to try to get the ball out of his hands, make some of the other players try to beat him. The problem with that, Bob, is it opens up the floor. Offensive rebounds become a problem. If that's the case, Forrest Grant could have a monster night tonight.
Nets and Bulls here at the Brendan Byrne Arena in East Rutherford, New Jersey. We'll be back here for the player introductions and the tip-off, but right after this commercial timeout, we'll join Ernie Johnson in Atlanta. I'm Doug Collins with you from East Rutherford, New Jersey. The Jeep Eagles starting lineups. Let's look at the matchups, Doug Collins.
Well, I think early what you have to look at is Drazen Petrovic and Michael Jordan. Petrovic cannot handle him, so if the Jordan rules are struggling, look for Chris Morris to go down and guard him. He's a bigger, lankier player, can defend against him better. Coleman will try to post, but I'm sure the Bulls will try to run down and take the ball out of his hands with a double team. Look for Tate George to be forced to make some open shots.
Ready to get underway from the Meadowlands in New Jersey. Beautiful day up here today. 40 degrees, sun shining. Nick Lavetta, Bruce Alexander, Dan Crawford are our officials tonight. Will Perdue and Chris Dudley will jump it at center. Starting center Sam Bowie out for the Nets. Starting center Bill Cartwright out for the Bulls. Perdue wins it. This is Pippen. Bulls have won 5 in a row.
Scottie Pippen should have fresh legs. He missed the game against Atlanta on Saturday night, so he's had a little bit of time to rest.
Horace Grant missed the game recently. Jordan missed the game. Grant from the perimeter, 2-0 Bulls.
So here's what you're going to have to watch tonight. The pressure defense by Chicago. New Jersey will turn the ball over, 17 turnovers per game.
The man.
He's going to have to have a big game tonight, Bob. Coleman and Morris are going to have to put some numbers on the board if they're going to be able to win, because Jordan will take Petrovic out of their offense.
We've got two good ones up there, and Bernard King's coming off the bench now.
There's the double team. You see they're going to be the open jump shot, and B.J. Armstrong will make that all night. So they're going to have to be aggressive defensively, but someone's going to have to rotate and identify the open shooter.
4-2 Bulls. First minute of action from the Brendan Byrne Arena. St. George, Ramil Robinson, and Mo Cheeks will try to replace Kenny Anderson at point guard tonight. There's Drazen Petrovic, who's still angry over not making the All-Star team roster. Scottie Pippen to Armstrong, left alone.
Now, BJ's just going to play horse here tonight, it looks like. Two little open jump shots. They're going to have to do a better job. This guy's a tremendous shooter and playing very well, shooting 50% on the season, averaging over 12 points a ball game.
Bulls 3 for 3 to start off. This is Chris Morris. He'll launch it from 19 feet. Rebound Horace Grant to Scottie Pippen.
That's not what New Jersey wants. Quick outside shots. They must make the Bulls play defense.
As the Bulls' first miss, they are now 3 out of 4 from the floor. Petrovic leads this team in scoring. Morris averaging about 15 points a game. St. George was in the Chuck Daly doghouse recently, not playing at all. Now he finds himself starting as Petrovic gets his first jumper of the night.
Excellent catch and shoot player. Normally Michael will chase him off that shot, got hung up on the screen.
Nice handoff to Will Perdue for the jam. Will Perdue's been playing about 25 to 30 minutes a game since the injury to Bill Cartwright. Perdue starts, but remember, you come in with Stacey King and Scott Williams, so the Bulls are loaded at that center position. Coleman with the lay-in. 8-6 Bulls. Coleman with 4 points. Hosting Jordan.
There's the double team, and BJ's going to have him in the open shot. He kicks it over to Horace Grant. I think that's the guy they would like to take the open shots, Bob, if they have the choice.
Derek Coleman left alone. That's a three.
See, I just don't think Derek Coleman needs that shot. That's a giveaway shot. He's shooting on the season 21% from the three-point line.
Dudley with the rebound. Stepping inside of Will Perdue. This is Petrovic. He can handle the ball well. He played some point guard for his Yugoslavian team.
Great catch by Coleman.
Missed the lay-in. Bulls ball, leading 8-6 with 8:42 to go in the first period.
That was a great pass by Morris on the inside. Coleman with a great catch, missed the easy shot.
Coleman defending Horace Grant. Jordan isolated against Petrovic. This is a nightmare. They don't double, but Jordan gets rid of it quickly. Here's Pippen. Stripped away, and a nice play by Morris.
Chris Morris has great hands.
A 3-on-1 break was blown by the net.
That's when you just got to make the simple play.
Nice move, Pippen to Jordan.
It's a 4-point play, Bob. You give away a layup on one end after a great defensive play, and then you give Michael a dunk on the other end. The Nets cannot make those kind of plays if they hope to win this game tonight. They have to be solid and cash in on every open floor opportunity.
Michael's first points of the night, the lob inside to Morris. The reverse will fall. Kenny Morris first hoop of the night. Coleman went for the steal, and Grant made him pay. Horace 2 out of 3 from the floor for 4 points.
That's what'll happen. You go for the steal, and there's no one there to back you up on the weak side. And Horace Grant, with a screen quickness, takes it right to the basket.
And they get the mismatch. Coleman takes it inside.
Looks like your turn, my turn right now.
Coleman with 6 points early. $15 on the shot clock. First time it's even come into play at all. It's not going to be much of a factor here. Now 9 seconds. Jordan with the drive. Dudley with the block. He had 4 blocks against the Knicks. Petrovic, nice fake.
He does a great job with the ball fake. Young players watching him tonight should watch how he uses the ball as a weapon to get himself open for that jump shot.
Jordan feeling it, left alone. He'll drill that all night. 2 out of 3 from the floor. He has 4.
That's the shot they want him to take, though. The little bit deep shot where if he does miss, it gives him a chance to defend and rebound.
His shot getting flatter and flatter over the years, but it's certainly not getting any worse. Purdue and Kate George tie it up. They'll jump it up after this timeout. 6:26 to go in the first quarter with the Bulls up by 2.
Bulls lead 14-12, 6:26 remaining in the first period. Let's take a look at the fast break. First of all, count the number of Bulls players in the back court. You have 4, 1 back defensively to play 4 nets. And watch what happens on the play. Chris Morris gets careless. The no-look pass, B.J. Armstrong deflects it. And look what happens. Now they have 4-on-1 the other way. And who's going to end up with the dunk? Michael Jordan. They must make the simple play tonight. And when they have numbers, they've got to at least get good shots.
Chuck Daly, who said, never trust happiness. As you look at the percentage, Bulls shooting 64%, net 60% early. Coleman's 3 for 5, Petrovic 2 out of 2, and Purdue and Kate George will jump it. Bulls come away with it. 2-point Bulls lead. On a 5-game win streak. Nets have been struggling, but then they clobbered the New York Knicks last Sunday. But also lost their point guard, Kenny Anderson, to a broken hand. They say he'll be out at least 2 weeks. Grant from the baseline.
Morris is really stroking that outside shot well. You can see, though, the trapping defense. Derek Coleman goes over to take the ball out of Michael's hands. He finds the open Horace Grant and buries the open jumper.
Horace has 6.
Here's the post up of George. Just what we talked about, Bob, in the opening. He's a pretty good low post player at 6'5".
And he draws the foul. We'll go to the line for 2 shots. B.J. Armstrong draws the foul.
We talked to Chuck Daly today. He said, don't be surprised if he looks to post up. Kate George in the ball game. He's 6'5", and he has a nice little game around the basket. It'll force Chicago maybe to come over and give B.J. Armstrong some help.
There's a look at Dave. This is his 4th year. Went to UConn.
Well, he is going to get some playing time. Ramil Robinson's going to get some time. Maurice Keith coming off a stress fracture, and his foot will get some time. So what they're going to have to do is from night to night realize that whoever is playing well in the absence of Kenny Anderson is going to get the bulk of the minutes. So if you're not doing it on a particular night, Chuck Daly is going to find someone who will.
Mo Cheek, been around a while. He's played with young
me.
Doug
That
Collins.
makes him real old.
How many years? 4?
Yeah, he played about 4 years with me.
Jordan posting Petrovic. 10 to shoot. There's a triple team into Purdue, who couldn't handle it. The turnover goes to the net. Petrovic.
There's that ball fake again, Bob. Did you see him? Free Scottie Pippen. That's twice in the game. Nice ball fake.
Petrovic 3 out of 3. Jordan with a grimace at Will Purdue for missing that pass.
Oh, Petro, you were very lucky there. Watch the ball fake here. You shooters out there, watch him use the ball fake. Boom. And Scotty buys it. Now he gets his feet together and buries the shot. That's just excellent play.
A lot of guys can ball fake. Not many guys can hit that jumper as consistently as he can.
Exactly right. But you know what he does? He uses that ball fake to free himself for his shot.
Absolutely. 3 out of 3 tonight. Tied at 16.
Here's the post up by Kate George.
Long turnaround jumper. He didn't really get to the post. And the Nets have their first lead of the night. Horace Grant to Pippen. Jordan and Purdue with a 2-man game. And Jordan said, no, I tried this last time. I'll throw it up this time. He misses the jumper. And the Nets can build a 4-point lead. Petrovic open. The leaner won't fall. Purdue with the rebound. Jordan bounced it off the foot of somebody. Purdue with a reverse, and it'll fall.
Boy, Will Purdue did a nice job there. Bob, had he not taken it to the other side of the basket, Coleman would probably foul him and prevent him from making the shot. But watch what he does. He uses the basket as a shield, takes it to the other side on a nice pass from Horace Grant. Here comes Coleman, and he takes it to the other side. So now when the foul and he gets hit in the head, he's able to finish, get the shot off the glass, and have the opportunity for the 3-point play.
Misses the free throw, but Pippen takes it right back up there. Hit the back of the backboard. It'll be Nets ball.
Now, Darrell Walker's in the game here early, and the reason he's in the game is for defense. So he's going to play against Tate George now and try to use his size to prevent him from posting and getting that little medium range jump shot. On full court pressure defense now by the Bulls.
See that 16-point lead. San Antonio is trailing in the ball game. We'll keep you posted on the score. Dudley misses the lay-in.
Got to dunk that one.
Tied at 18. Brett Tucker was red hot in the Bulls' last couple of games. Into Purdue. He's fouled. He'll go to the line again.
Well, Purdue very aggressive here on the offensive end early in the ball game. You lose defensive presence and you lose a Bill Cartwright, but you get a more mobile, active player in Will Purdue, and he's doing a very good job here on both ends of the floor to start this ball game.
Purdue struggling at the free throw line. He shot about 70% in college, but he is shooting 54% here with the Bulls. There's Kenny Anderson's broken bone. That is his good shooting hand, by the way.
Which means when he comes back, he's probably going to have to wear something on that to protect it a little bit, so this could cause him problems the rest of the season.
Purdue with 7 points early.
Full court pressure defense. This is something they would have a difficult time with. As Kenny Anderson's in the game, they're going to force the bigger New Jersey guards to try to bring the ball up the floor. Use the shot clock.
16 seconds on the shot clock. Actually, Purdue has 6 points. Purdue and Grant leading the Bull in scoring early. Chuck Daly's New Jersey Nets. First season here has them at 31-24, and the Nets are definitely a playoff contender, but right now struggling with the loss of Kenny Anderson. Sam Bowie also not in here tonight.
Bob, what they've done is Darrell Walker's gone over to Petrovic, so it looks like that Phil Jackson does not want Michael to have to burn up too much energy on both ends of the floor, so you bring Walker in to play Petrovic, let Michael float around against Tate George, and George will not be able to post him up, so Darrell Walker will get the brunt of the work on Petro with he and Michael in the game.
7 seconds to shoot as Tate George missed the pass. It'll be Bulls ball.
Make the simple play. When you play the world champions and you see Chuck Daly, you make the simple play.
Each team with 3 turnovers. Walker, Pippen, Grant, to Steve Jordan on the floor for the Bulls.
See, with this lineup, though, they can double off of Michael and make Walker be the shooter.
Big rebound by Derek Coleman. Bulls by 2. There's that double throw and the steal. How many times have we seen Chicago do that?
Well, Derek Coleman back there messing with the ball between his legs. Get the ball up again and make the easy play.
Bulls by 4. Looking for Coleman against Grant.
Here's what they do well. Offensive rebounds. The Bulls and New Jersey are the 2 best offensive rebounding teams in the league.
Dudley punched it away. George 1-on-3 will pull it out. Now back in. Morris to Dudley. Fouled hard by Darrell Walker.
It's a good play, though, because they know that Chris Dudley is a very poor free throw shooter. His free throw percentage is up to about 50% on the season, but when we see this free throw, we might have a lane violation with his hits that he throws in it.
It'll be an adventure. We'll show it to you when we return to East Rutherford.
Is authorized under broadcasting rights granted by the National Basketball Association solely for the entertainment of our audience. Any publication, reproduction, or other use of the pictures, descriptions, or accounts of this game without the express written consent of the National Basketball Association is prohibited.
Bulls lead 22-20, and Bob, let's talk a little bit about beating pressure defense. Derek Coleman's going to drive the ball over. Horace Grant's going to stop him, and Michael Jordan's going to come over and trap him. All right, we'll run it to that point, and then we'll stop it.
Prior to the timeout, the Chicago foul was on number 20, Darrell Walker. His first 15.
Okay, as we stop it right now, this man should be behind the basketball so you can throw the ball back. He doesn't. It allows Walker to shoot the gap and make the steal.
Tate George, who's starting in place of Kenny Anderson, had played in only 30 games, 233 minutes total all season, and his inexperience showed there as the Bulls get the trap, the turnover, and they lead by 2. And there's that Dudley free throw. It goes in.
Yes. Well, he worked before the game on this. He has more lane violations. He's got those double hitches in his shot, and guys don't know when to...
does he hit? He knows not to.
Well, I think it becomes psychological when you get up there and you know you don't shoot them well. If this guy were a 70% free throw shooter, he'd be one of the top players in the NBA. He gets the tie and roll.
He is. He's a tremendous... He has 21 rebounds against the Knicks and 4 block shots. This is a good basketball player.
Excellent defender, very aggressive. His lack of free throw shooting really hurts him.
Pippen around Morris.
He's got to get away
The handle. Into Purdue. The handoff. Grant misses.
Pretty good team defense that time by New Jersey. They were very aggressive.
Morris off the screen, misses the jumper. Jordan. It's tied at 22 minutes, 36 to go in the first quarter.
Scottie Pippen's been very quiet in this period. He does not have a field goal.
Correct. He's 0 for 2. He does have 3 assists. Walker, they want him to take that shot.
Yeah, that's where you miss B.J. Armstrong. When you bring him in for defense, you're going to make him make that open shot.
Jordan started this break by tipping the ball out. It didn't go to Walker. It went to New Jersey, and the Nets have their second lead of the game, and Petrovic has 8 points. Jordan only 4 early.
Well, normally Michael Jordan takes Petro right out of the ball game.
Oh, how about that one? And the foul.
You can't let him spin baseline. You've got double team help coming, and you cannot allow him to spin baseline.
Dudley's first foul.
Michael Jordan tipping the ball out. He thinks it's to Darrell Walker. Tate George is the one that gets to the loose ball. It's a little fast break. A nice touch pass. Very unselfish play as Morris finds Petrovic. And here he goes baseline. The double team is coming from the top. So you cannot allow him to go baseline. It doesn't do any good to run a double team over there if you're going to allow the guy to go baseline.
With 56.9 seconds to go in the first quarter, a couple of substitutions on the floor. Stacey King has come in for Chicago. Rick Mahorn for the New Jersey Nets. He's tied at 24.
Bob, you are right. Michael's shot is very flat tonight. He's made some of them, but that free throw was very flat. It did not have the trajectory that he normally has.
Can that be because he's tired, the dream team and all of that?
Well, you know, if your legs are, a little bit tired, you're going to lose some of that.
Coleman takes it back to the hoop hard. 26-24 Nets.
Offensive rebounding. New Jersey, if they're to win this game, offensive rebounding will be a major part of their offense.
Coleman has 1 offensive board, 4 total rebounds, and 8 points. Pippen. Stacey King back up. The left-hander misses. Interior defense is tough for the Nets, but the Bulls come away with it again. Now 15 seconds to go in the quarter.
New Jersey's always had a very good shot-blocking team.
Jordan, bad pass. Petrovic.
Oh, Pippen made him miss that shot. The fear of Scottie Pippen blocking that shot takes Petrovic to the other side of the basket and forced him to miss it. He looked over his shoulder at Pippen coming in, Bob. I don't know if you can check his eyes. See him looking over his shoulder. He realizes Pippen is measuring his step, takes it to the other side, so the hustle of Pippen saves 2 points.
Pippen was saying, John Stark, Kenny Anderson, John Stark, Kenny Anderson. Nets by 2. With 6 points for Chicago, Coleman and Petrovic with 8 points each for New Jersey, and the commissioner of the NBA, David Stern, in attendance tonight.
This is the ball again for the Nets, number 52, Chucky Brown, number 10.
Chucky Brown and Maurice Cheekson for the New Jersey Nets.
The thing to watch now is as both teams start to go to the bench, the one thing that New Jersey has struggled with a little bit on the season has been some inconsistency from their bench. So let's see if they can give them the effort the starters did tonight and give them a chance to get some nice rest.
Low Cheeks coming off a broken foot, so let's see how he is in terms of basketball shape. The veteran, good pass into Coleman. Chucky Brown couldn't get the rebound away from Pippen to Trent Tucker.
Trent Tucker's coming off a monster game the other night, 9 for 9 against Atlanta, 6 for 6 from the three-point line for 24 points. So Petro better get a hand in his face.
Into Stacey King. Scott Williams also in for the Bulls. A travel for King. Nets up by 2, 11:26 to go, opening moments of the second quarter.
Chuck Daly with the Chucky Brown against New York in the first quarter the other day. Just a gut feeling he had 10 quick points. So let's see if he gets off to the same start tonight that he did against New York.
Petrovic couldn't handle that hard pass from Mochique. 2-on-1. DJ Armstrong, double clutch. Mochique, great hands. Always had them, always will. Petrovic, Coleman gets hammered. King and Pippen and Williams were all surrounding him down there. And Coleman goes to the free throw line. Stacey King first personal. New York leading Atlanta. We'll keep you posted on the scores here. Orlando out in front of Minnesota. And Indiana really handing it to San Antonio. The Spurs struggling these days.
Yes, they've had some injury problems. David Robinson playing with a sore thumb, and they're without Sean Elliott, so they definitely missed his production, and they've been out on the road.
Speaking of the Spurs, we'll be seeing them Friday night playing at Chicago. Ron Thule and Hubie Brown will have that game for you. That'll be a good matchup. Hope David Robinson's hand continues healing. It's interesting. I've noticed this the past several years, Doug. This period of late February, early March, after the All-Star break, seems to be a group of injuries to players.
Well, you know, guys lose their conditioning in a short period of time. You don't realize that you're so accustomed to playing every 24 hours or 48 hours. You take about 4 or 5 days off and you come back, you lose a little of that conditioning. Some teams never recover after the break. Stacey King in another travel, but we've seen New York is struggling after coming out of the break. This New Jersey team has struggled. It happens to San Antonio. It happens to teams. And then you have to go out on the road, and you have a very difficult time getting yourself healthy on the road because you don't get practice time.
And it's kind of like the dog days of the season.
Yes, and an All-Star break was 2 weeks later this week, and I think that had a big difference in all the fights and everything. Guys were testier. They were a little tired, I think, at that point in time. They had to go 2 extra weeks before the break.
Rafael Addison, 6'7" forward from Syracuse, missed that long-range jumper. Trent Tucker.
Well, his shot looks good, though. That shot was right on the mark.
Mochique, Chucky Brown, Rick Mahorn, Derek Coleman, and Rafael Addison on the floor for the Nets. 10 to shoot.
A tough pass. Great pass by Rafael Addison. He had a tough angle on that play. That's twice they've run that play. Coleman's gotten a layup off of it both times.
And Coleman has 12 points to lead all scorers. Into Stacey King against Mahorn. Mahorn's there. He can still play the defense. Between Mahorn and Cheeks, they've got, looks like a Legends game out there.
Addison did not miss in the warm-ups tonight. I watched him shoot for about an hour, and he's missed both of his open jumpers, which tells you the game is a lot different than the practice. Here's Rafael Addison. What's the pass? It has to be a bounce pass. Perfect angle away from Scott Williams, and Derek Coleman gets the easy score.
A 20-second timeout for Chicago here. That personal foul goes on Chucky Brown. Derek Coleman will get a rest, and Phil Jackson calls his Bulls over for the huddle, trying for a three-peat. A lot of people in Chicago are wondering if Jerry Krause made some trades. He said he was going to tune the Bulls. McRae's there, Livingston there, Tucker's there, gone. Excuse me, Livingston is gone, and Craig Hodges are gone, and people have to wonder, are the Bulls as good on the bench as they were last year, and has it changed the chemistry?
Bob, I don't think they have not got as much talent as they had last year, but I think they have a different feeling. You know, Livingston, Hodges, very emotional guys that whether they play 2 minutes or 3 minutes or 15 minutes, came the same enthusiasm every night. When you bring in new guys, you never know what they're going to bring. The team does not have the same personality it had last year.
Chicago 0 for 3 with 2 turnovers in this quarter, and they trail by 6. Tucker buries the jumper. His first point of the night, and the first Chicago player to score here in the second quarter. 9:15 to go until halftime. Nets by 4. He looks lively coming off that broken foot.
Maurice Cheeks is unbelievable. Look at his body. I mean, look what great shape he's in, how lean he is and everything like that. I used to always feel like this guy could just play all day. He is a tremendous competitor.
Against B.J. Armstrong, a young, quick guard. Nice job defending him.
I was going to have to give Cheeks help, so he caught on the switch.
Scott Williams missed the lay-in. Dudley with the rebound, and here comes Mo Cheeks. No-look pass. Pippen intercepted it. It was intended for Chucky Brown. Williams has been struggling a bit.
Yeah, he has not played well. There's the 3. Oh, Tucker passes the 3 up and gives it to Pippen.
Pippen sees the driving lane, and he travels. The Bulls out of sync, trailing by 6.
You know, Scotty missed the ball game the other night against Atlanta. He looks a little bit rusty right now. He does not have his game legs. I think Michael Jordan is going to come into the ball game for him right now, maybe give him a little bit of a rest. But Scotty's a little bit out of sync offensively at this point in time. Sometimes you miss some time, your legs get fresh, but you lose the timing that you need at that position.
Pippen has not scored yet. Inside to Chucky Brown. Tough shot. Rebound Scott Williams to Armstrong. Chicago 3 turnovers in 3.5 minutes this quarter. We expected New Jersey to be turning it over more than Los Angeles.
New Jersey has played very well to this point in the game. The big thing is, will they be able to sustain it? Another walk, I think.
Illegal defense against New Jersey, but I agree with you. They could have called traveling also. Michael Jordan back in, and Pippen, with no points in this game, is going to sit down.
Michael will go to the small forward. He'll be matched up against Chucky Brown, so they go really with a 3-guard look. Armstrong, Tucker, and Michael Jordan with Horace Grant and Scott Williams. So really, they do not have a center on the floor.
You said New Jersey is going to play point guard by committee. They've used 2 of them so far. Keith and Pete George. Horace Grant. This is the perimeter shot. Chucky Brown has it ripped away by Scott Williams, and they're going to call him for the foul. That's a loose ball on Williams, his first. Team second. 1-team foul against the Nets with 7:35 to go in the half. Sellout crowd. Let's see, the Bulls are in town, sellout crowd. You think so?
Michael has anything to do with that. And they got the Shaq coming in later this week. They just had the New York Knicks. They've had some of the tougher games over this last period of 3 or 4 days.
Armstrong with that interception, that was like catching a bullet in your teeth.
Well, Maurice Keith has made 2 turnovers that he normally does not make. He's normally a very steady ball handler.
Watch this, point blank.
He tries to give BJ a haircut, and BJ gets his hands up and just takes it right out of the air. So the importance of getting your hands in passing lanes, this speaks probably his lack of playing over the last few days is not giving him an opportunity to be sharp.
Michael with 6 points, 7 points now, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, and trying to tie Wilt Chamberlain for leading the NBA in scoring the 7th straight year.
I like his chances.
Me too. Dominique Wilkins is 4 points roughly behind Jordan, and at this point in the season, 4 points is a lot.
Yeah, they're over 60 games, that's 240 points. So.
Look at this Chicago defense. Grant slaps it away. Armstrong takes it. He'll pull up off the glass.
Oh, great offensive rebound. And
how about the block by Dudley? Out in front, Chucky Brown for the jam.
What a great block by Dudley and a tremendous offensive rebound by Horace Grant. So excellent plays on both sides. Chucky Brown gets the run-out dunk. There's the trapping of Michael Jordan. Got to be careful, though. You got Tucker and BJ on the Armstrong on the floor now.
And the New Jersey foul. That's going to be on Rick Mahorn, his first personal foul. And we're going to take a commercial timeout here with the Nets up by 6. 6:46 to go. Well, we're back here at Brendan Byrne Arena, and I think this is not David Stern, the commissioner of the NBA, is here. Maybe, Mr. Stern, if you're watching, you could use that at All-Star Saturday night just prior to the dunk competition and really challenge these NBA.
Right. That'd be a good idea.
How about Chicago? 1 field goal this quarter.
Well, they've gone to the bench, and they've not gotten the production. They're 1 for 7, shooting 14%. They've had 3 turnovers, so they've only scored 4 points in 5 minutes and 14 seconds. And New Jersey's done a nice job defensively. They've gotten passing lanes, and they're getting a hand in the guy's face when they're taking shots.
Dudley with the foul from behind Scott Williams. Nets up by 6 points. Dudley's second personal, and the Nets have committed 14 fouls, so the Bulls will start shooting on the next foul. Trent Tucker, open on the curl.
That's the guy who's made both shots, so they better get on him. Shooting the ball very well, Trent, coming off the big ball game against Atlanta.
Nets by 4. No cheat. waiting for this offense to set up. Chucky Brown in the corner. Scott Williams ran at him and got in his face. Dudley keeping it alive, but Grant comes away with it. It'll be Chicago ball.
Well, you can see, though, how active New Jersey is on the offensive board. Quick leapers, Chucky Brown, Dudley. St. George is coming back into the ballgame, trying to keep the ball alive, give themselves multiple shot opportunities. When you don't shoot a good percentage on the season, they're shooting only 45%. You've got to get multiple opportunities, get more shots than your opponent.
Petrovic also back in the ballgame. The only person to score for Chicago in this quarter is Trent Tucker. At the conclusion of tonight's ball game, Doug and I will be selecting the Budweiser player of the game. Of course, it's two of us do that, and Doug usually wins in the voting by a count of like 4-1. I don't know how that works.
I have veto power. That's all that you're saying.
You and Mr. Clinton. Jordan. Pull it past to Grant. That pass was spectacular. It went through a plethora of arms. 8 points for Grant. Ten to shoot for New Jersey. St. George losing the dribble.
See, this is where they get in trouble right here when they use the shot clock.
Dudley with the kick will go. Pippen. Jordan.
You miss Kenny Anderson when the clock starts winding down because he could create opportunities. They don't have that kind of player now. They're going to have to really execute their offense, screen, and help each other get open shots.
Grant over the horn.
We talked about Horace Grant having a monster night in the opening. When you start making the effort to stop Michael Jordan and you run and you double and you trap, he's the guy that you leave alone in many instances. He's having a big game.
Horace Grant has 10 points. Scott Williams called for the foul. Derek Coleman back in, along with Chris Morris.
There's Horace Grant with the open jumper. This is about 2 of these he's hit tonight. He's had 2 beautiful dunks and 2 nice outside jump shots. So Horace mixing it up.
You know, you talk about that big three. It seems like somebody steps up. One, either Jordan, Pippen, or Grant at some point or another.
Well, it's tough to contain all 3 of them at the same time. So when one gets going and you try to cool him down, and usually the other guy or one of the other 2 steps up.
Petrovic 5 of 7. Chicago turnover.
Michael's got a little frustrated right now. Petrovic is scoring at this point in time. He came off a nice screen, and you can see Michael is trying to take the challenge. He's chirping a little bit now at Bruce Alexander. Let's see if he tries to keep the ball away from Petrovic.
Jordan on Petrovic. Nice pass inside to Coleman. Oh, by Grant. What a defensive play. It'll belong to the Nets with a new shot clock. 4:28 to go in the half.
It's the 3rd time that Derek Coleman has run that little rub cut. He scored 2 layups. That time he went in for the dunk. You see it right here. And Horace Grant with a great block. Beautiful play by Horace Grant on the defensive end.
Should have been a foul, too. New Jersey with 5 blocks tonight. Dudley has 3 already. Chicago only 1. That was it. The steal by Petrovic. St. George. What is that? That was a bad hook pass.
See, that's what happens when you lose your point guard. See, St. George is not a creator. He over-penetrated, got himself in a position that he could not handle, and then you end up making the bad play. So you turn a great defensive play here and a fast break into a turnover and a foul and 2 free throws for Trent Tucker. So when you asked me before the game, what does the loss of Kenny Anderson do? That's one of the things it does right there. You don't get the completions on your fast break.
Trent Tucker, who basically replaced Craig Hodges in the lineup for the Bulls this year, and Trent Tucker, a better defensive player than Hodges.
And you know what? He is starting to get into the rhythm of the Chicago offense. He's playing a little bit more. When Michael's out, he got some minutes. When Scotty was out, he got some minutes. Paxson being out, he's getting some minutes. So he is starting to fit in, and I think you're going to see him as time goes on and even be a more important part of their offense, especially with his 3-point shooting in the playoffs.
Bulls into that trap. Horace Grant with the foul on Petrovic. That's his first.
It's only 14 fouls, so they still are not in the penalty. 4:06 remaining in the second period.
And it's tied at 36. New Jersey has led by as many as 6.
I think the crowd would like to get into this game, but it's been a disjointed. It's been turnovers and some fouls and stoppage of play. There's never really been any rhythm to where the crowd can really get excited for the New Jersey Nets at this point.
There's that trap. Coleman into Dudley, punched away by Jordan. Back to Grant, now Pipper. Scott Williams all alone down there. The double pump fake. Finally, good head fake and poise shown by Scott Williams. He was surrounded down there. The Bulls have regained the lead with 3:37 to go in the half.
Turnovers. New Jersey is now going through a stretch where they're not getting good shots at the basket. They've got about 4 turnovers in the last 5 possessions.
They now have 10 turnovers. Chicago also with 10. 5 seconds to shoot. Now 4.
All right, now see, Dudley's on the floor. Sam Bowie is an excellent medium-range jump shooter. Dudley is not. So his man can go down and help on Coleman. Dudley will not make that little shot. Sam Bowie will.
Both Bowie and Anderson missing from the lineup of New Jersey tonight. 5 rebounds now for Horace Grant.
Since the Bulls are on a little bit of a run right now, I think it's an important time for New Jersey. They can't let this game get out of hand at this point. They've got to stay right here with Chicago.
Well, that's no way to stop it. But Trent Tucker missed there, and the Nets come away with it. Petrovic. 12-4, Chicago run at the moment. Petrovic throws it away. 11 New Jersey turnovers.
Bob, guys are trying to make plays that they can't make, and they're getting themselves in a position here, so they're taking their defense, and they're not having it work for them then on this end of the floor. Bulls lead 38-36, and it's been turnovers, and we say, where does Kenny Anderson fit into all this? Here's Petrovic. He picked up the loose ball. This is your point guard. Normally, you get the ball to your point guard. Kenny Anderson pushes it, and you have a fast break. With him not in the game, Petro says, I'll take it myself. Running the lane, normally he's a wing player who's running out to get the shot, and what happens? It ends up in the 6th row.
7 turnovers for the Nets this quarter, 11 total in the game. And Chicago's been on a 12-4 run since Jordan re-entered, although he has only 2 free throws there.
It's not like Chicago's playing great basketball right now, though. It's New Jersey shooting themselves in the foot by throwing the ball away. And we talked about turnovers. You can't turn the ball over against Chicago. You've got to get some shots at the basket. Even if you miss them, give yourself a chance to put the ball in the basket.
Chicago with their starters on the floor now, and Jordan missing. Purdue keeps it alive, run down by Armstrong. And the New Jersey Nets have their starters on the floor also.
Horace Grant posting up against Coleman.
Inside to Purdue, stripped away by Petrovic, but the foul. And Purdue will go back to the free throw line. He has 6 points. That's the first against Petrovic. Coming up in the Reebok halftime report, Ernie Johnson in Atlanta. Scores and highlights, including the Hawks in New York, San Antonio at Indiana. Indiana was leading San Antonio substantially earlier. Ernie Johnson will talk with Nets guard Drazen Petrovic. And take a look back at Wilt Chamberlain's 100-point game 31 years ago tonight. Doug, of course, you were just a baby when that happened at Wilt Chamberlain's 100-point game. You know what amazed me about that? He was 28 of 32.
Yeah, he shot the free throw line. Yeah, he shot him very well. Now, when the Bulls go to the free throw line, it sets up their press. So New Jersey wants to keep them off the free throw line because it allows them now to pressure defensively. Horace Grant will come up and double team. But you're right. Wilt, tremendous free throw shooting game.
I think he was something like 36 for 63 from the floor. Petrovic for 3. Dudley, offensive board, another offensive board, fouled by Purdue.
Smart play, though. You've got to make him make free throws. I know I said it before, but you still cannot give Chris Dudley an easy basket or a dunk. You've got to make him earn them.
Purdue has, you're looking at him right now, has 8 points in this ballgame.
And what is he, 4 for 5 from the free throw line?
That's right. Missed 1 free throw his first one.
At the free throw line, Chris Dudley, shooting 2.
This is a very important part of the game for New Jersey. They had a 6-point lead. The Bulls now are leading by 4.
Hey, Dudley is 3 for 3 tonight.
Excuse me, Chris. I'm sorry. I'm telling him to foul you.
This is a streak.
Well, you see what they've done since the All-Star game, New Jersey. They've averaged 11 points less per game. Their shooting percentage down 7%. Their 3-point percentage down 7%. And Dudley...
he had a 3. That's his longest streak of the year. Dudley, 3 points, all from the free throw line, 6 rebounds, 3 offensive, and 3 blocks in this game. off the foot of Dudley. They'll reset the shot clock. Minute 50 to go in the half, and the Bulls lead by 3 from Brendan Byrne Arena in New Jersey.
I tell you how valuable Chris Dudley is to his franchise. He's probably going to sign a new contract for about $2 million a year. That's what they think about what he brings to this team in terms of rebounding, his aggressiveness, and if he continues to work on his free throw shooting, he could be a top-flight player in this league.
Pippen from 17 feet.
Scotty can't buy one tonight. Was he 0 for 5 from throwing?
They 0 for 4, and he hasn't made one yet, but that was a 3 by B.J. Armstrong, and the Bulls go up by 6, their biggest lead.
You sort of sense the Bulls now taking control of this game. There's a double up and the lead Dudley.
10 to shoot for the Nets. Coleman against Grant. Nice pass inside over Purdue. Morris. Nice jumper.
Chris Morris has got big-time talent. He's just been an inconsistent player in his years in the league, but he has big-time talent. He can defend, he can run, he can shoot the ball, he has great hands.
Pippen behind the Purdue screen, tips it out to Armstrong. 10 to shoot. Pippen to Grant with 4. Petrovic gets the loose rebound. He has 4 rebounds tonight.
Now, Chris Morris is a fadeaway jump shooter in the post. Let's see if that's what he takes here.
The jump hook. Pippen got a piece of it.
And it's 4 on 2.
To Grant with a big jam. Grant has 12. Bulls with a 6-point lead, 20 seconds to go in the half.
Okay, Chuck Daly's got his work cut out for him over the next few weeks without Timmy Anderson, because every team is going to come up, they're going to pressure, they're going to take the ball out of the guard's hands and force the big players to handle it.
Morris got that loose ball with 3 on the shot clock. Bucket with 2.5 seconds to go. The Nets pull to within 4.
Now, Will Purdue likes to throw long to Michael Jordan. Here's Will Purdue throwing long. See if he throws to Jordan.
Pete George knew likewise. He intercepted the pass. The Bulls lead it by 4 at the half. Chicago 19-9 run to end the half, but they only lead by 4. The Chicago Bulls with a 4-point lead here at the half. They went on a 19-9 run late in the second quarter to build this lead, but New Jersey's still hanging around here. You said at the beginning of the ball game that one of the things we'd have to watch for, particularly from New Jersey's point of view, with Kenny Anderson being out, would be turnovers. We didn't know Chicago would commit as many as New Jersey.
Well, I thought that New Jersey's game plan defensively is very sound. They've done a nice job. Michael only has 8 points, 3 for 7. He has 4 turnovers.
Yeah.
Scottie Pippen 0 for 4. He has not scored. So it's been Horace Grant, Will Purdue, and B.J. Armstrong who's really carried the bulk of the offense. But really, New Jersey has done a good job forcing turnovers. You see both teams 11, but Chicago 14 points off turnover. The Nets only 6, so they're plus 8 there. Field goal percentage, you see when the Nets went to the bench, we talked about bench, they only scored 15 points in the second quarter. Drazen Petrovic had a very nice first half. You're going to see him coming off a nice screen here by Chris Dudley, squaring himself up, knocking in the open jump shot. Petrovic had 10 points, 4 rebounds, but he had 3 turnovers because he was trying to handle the basketball. Now, let's show you a little bit about what we're talking about with the double team. We hold it right here. Here's the double team at this point in time on Michael Jordan. When Purdue cuts through, he's going to be picked up by this man right here, and it's going to force the double team. We're going to see it right here, and we stop it right there. You're not going to leave the shooter. You're going to make Horace Grant make the open shot, and he buries it.
Horace Grant, who had a very good first half with 12 points. Michael only 3 for 7. Back into action, a foul on the drive. And Will Purdue, 2 of 2 from the floor. He had 4 rebounds and was 4 out of 5 from the free throw line, playing very well. He's been shooting 60% since he's been starting in place of Bill Cartwright, who's on the injured list. And I asked Will before the ball game what was the biggest thing about starting instead of coming off the bench. He said that's because Coach Jackson gives me more than a minute or 2 in case I make a mistake when you start. Because he says I often look over my shoulder when I'm on the floor thinking I may come off and press too much. Starting, I feel more comfortable.
Well, I think it happens sometimes because when you come off the bench in many instances, you feel, and many times it's self-imposed that if you make a mistake, you're going to come out. I think you just have to try to play through that and not worry about whether you make a mistake or not.
Ball bounced off Purdue's shoulder that time. 13 seconds remain on the shot clock. Bulls 45, Nets 43. Opening moments of the second half from Brendan Byrne Arena in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Bob Neal and Doug Collins with you.
You know, I talked to Scottie Pippen at halftime, and he said that he feels good. Bob, it's just that he is a little out of sync from having some time off. He said his legs feel great. He feels good. I said, do you not maybe not have some feeling very well? I said, no, I feel great. He said, I just can't get in the swing of things right now. Can't make a shot. He's 0 for 4 in the first half, and sometimes that happens.
He did have 4 assists. Almost had one there had there not been a foul with a nice interior pass. Grant cuts into the lane. Partially blocked by Coleman. St. George. Remember, Kenny Anderson out for at least 2 weeks with a broken hand for these New Jersey Nets. Suffered when John Stark committed the flagrant foul in that game with the Knicks. Stark was fined $5,000 for that today. St. George in trouble. Puts up the prayer. Batted out of there.
Oh, nice play by B.J.
Oh, look at Michael Jordan's jam.
That play,
Every time I get used, I think I'm used to Jordan, I see that.
Oh. Chris Morris was going to contest it, and Michael said, So the fans got their money's worth tonight. Michael got a poster play. Oh, my.
It's going to be a foul on Dudley, loose ball foul as he pushed. Watch this.
Well, Petrovic gambles and loses, and watch Morris.
You saw that tongue come out. You thought, good night, nightmare time. 3 fouls on Dudley, by the way. Jordan hard to the hoop, kicks it out to Armstrong. 7-point Bulls lead. Armstrong with 10 now. That was a 3.
New Jersey better dig in right now. This is the time when Chicago in the third quarter tries to make their push. Gotta get good shots. Oh, my goodness.
Purdue was there defensively. Morris tried a errant behind-the-back pass, and that's what gives Chicago often their impetus to get ahead, is that kind of turnover, and now the Bulls lead it by 9, their biggest of the game.
Bob, how many times have I said tonight, just make the simple play? I mean, if Chris Morris would have just dropped the bounce pass, Dudley would have had a dunk. There's that ball fake again, and he frees himself for the shot. He does not make it, but he does get himself in a great opportunity to take the shot.
Bulls have a 5-on-2. They can't catch it in, they'll pull it out. Leading by 9, 9:17 to go in the third quarter. New Jersey has scored 2 points since this quarter started, and Jordan is fouled by Drazen Petrovic. His second. Dudley has 3 personals on him. Time out of the floor with 9:10 to go in the third quarter. The Bulls on a run here, leading it by 9.
The NBA on TNT is brought to you by Chevy Trucks, the most dependable, longest-lasting truck on the road. And by Dutch Boy Paint. Year after year, Dutch Boy Paint has the look that lasts.
9-point lead. You know, they were double-digit point differential when they were winning a championship. Way off of that this year in 4th place in the league at 5.6. That's not bad, but it's not championship level.
Well, I think it's interesting because 7 of the last 10 champions have led the NBA in this category. The Bulls are 4th. We look at Chuck Daly. 2 of the 3 teams that were not first were the Detroit Pistons when they won it in 90 and 89. They ranked 3rd and 2nd. The Lakers in 88 were ranked 2nd. So no team ranked as low as 4th in that point differential statistic has won the NBA championship. That's where Chicago is right now.
Horace Grant goes to the line for a 3-point opportunity. Drazen Petrovic now has 3 personals, as does Dudley. Chicago on a 9-0 run. Lead by double digits. By 13. 9:04 to go in the quarter.
Bob, I felt it about the 4-minute mark of the second quarter. You could see Chicago starting to impose their will on this team and starting to take control of the game. And they're doing it with their defense, forcing turnovers, taking New Jersey out of their offense. Looking at those 10 seconds on the clock. Who's going to create a shot right now with Kenny Anderson not being on the floor?
They isolate Morris over in the corner.
Well, what's the shot they end up getting? What's the shot they end up getting?
A prayer at the buzzer. not answered. Petrovic can't handle it.
So Dudley makes a great rebound and hits Petrovic in the ankle with the pass.
Ahead to Purdue, who saved it. Back to Petrovic. The double clutch, and he'll drain that one from 13. Wanted the foul. Petrovic has 12. The Nets scored the first basket of this second half, then went about 4 minutes without scoring. So then, Pippen over Petrovic, decides not to shoot it. With 1 on the shot clock, we have a 3-second violation against Chicago. The Nets ball. Let's take a look at tonight's Chevrolet scoreboard. New York, again, not able to score many points. Only 75 points late in the fourth quarter. Orlando leading Minnesota. Indiana in front of San Antonio, also fourth quarter. Milwaukee ahead of Dallas. So what's new? Dallas with only 4 wins on the season, looking like they're headed to break the 1972 Philadelphia 76ers record for least wins in the season, which was 9. Purdue's second person.
See if Chucky Brown and Maurice Keith can give this Nets team a little bit of a jump start.
Petrovic. Dudley kept it alive. Pippen comes away. Petrovic picked up his 4th foul.
Now Chuck Daly's really in a problem. Now he's got to take Petrovic out of the game. 7:32. He's his leading scorer. He's picked up his 4th foul. He now come in with Raphael Addison, who on the season is averaging about 4.5 points a ball game. So let's see how long that Chuck Daly's going to be able to leave Petrovic out. Will he be able to leave him out the rest of this quarter? As already the Nets are over the limit, and the Bulls are shooting free throw for the last 7:32 of the quarter. Rodney McRae getting ready to check in for the first time tonight.
C.J. Armstrong has 12 points, including 2 3-pointers, as Rodney McRae, who just doesn't have the enthusiasm that he played with at one time. At one time, I thought he was one of the best point forwards in the NBA, particularly down in Houston, and has not been very productive. He has been injured.
Yes, he has. He had an abdominal problem last year where he had surgery, and then this year he's had the knee surgery, so it has been a tough stay in Chicago to this point for Rodney McRae.
Bulls by 11, 7:22 to go in the quarter. Cheeks in at point guard, Raphael Addison. Derek Coleman arm wrestling with Grant down on the block, and they're going to call Horace for the foul. Oh, that was a real struggle between 2 men. Grant, second personal foul. Take a look at this.
Derek Coleman in good position. Horace Grant trying to muscle him off the block.
Coleman against Grant. There's the triple team. Almost had the steal, but first to the whistle.
So Derek Coleman sees 2-3 guys when he gets the ball in the post. He's really their only low post scorer. So the Bulls are going to send 2-3 guys down after him, force him to make good passes out of the post.
That foul was on Michael Jordan, his first of the game.
And when you really look at who's going to make open jump shots right now for this New Jersey team out of the double teams, maybe Raphael Addison if they're leaving him alone right there.
He's 0 for 3 from the perimeter.
Boy, I tell you, I know Chuck Daly, and I know that right now the wheels are spinning. He's not only thinking about tonight, but he's looking down the road of what's going to happen over the next however many weeks without Timmy Anderson going through this tough stretch of games at home and on the road. He's got to go on the West Coast.
Bulls have 4 seconds to shoot. Now 2. Jordan for 3. At the buzzer. Count it. Yes.
Ho-hum. The thing about it is B.J. Armstrong gets an assist for that.
Oh, my. B.J., who's in trouble, gets an assist for his
I'm not going to beat the shot clock here, Michael. You do it, and thanks for the assist.
Jordan with 13. Chris Dudley with the short jumper. He has 5 points. Bulls by 12. 6 minutes to go, third quarter. Jordan McRae, Purdue, Armstrong, and Grant on the floor for Chicago. McRae from the baseline. Dudley has 8 rebounds in this game.
He's a worker. Bob, he gives you everything that he's got.
Coleman, tough shot on the leaner off the glass.
I'd love to have Chris Dudley on my team any day. This guy gives you everything he's got, every moment he's on the floor.
Only problem at contract negotiation time, he went to Yale. He'd probably be tough to deal with. Armstrong with the ball fake. And the 22-footer. He has 15 tonight.
That's why if you're going to play on the floor with Michael Jordan, you've got to be able to make open shots if you're the other guard. That's why Paxson and DJ are so valuable to this team.
Chucky Brown missed only about a 12-footer.
And who's there for the rebound? Dudley?
Offensive rebound. That's 9 rebounds for Dudley. From Brendan Byrne Arena, the Chicago Bulls have now built a 12-point lead. They led by 4 at the half. 5:07 to go in the third quarter. Bob Neal, Doug Collins with you. Sellout crowd. New Jersey in 4th place in the East in that playoff race, and Chicago with the best record in the East. 5-game win streak going for the Bulls. Addison gets his first bucket. Bulls by 10. Seconds for Jordan, drives past Addison, between 3 defenders. Jordan 3 for 3 in the quarter. Monster jam and that beautiful move inside. Bernard King about to get into the ball game for the New Jersey Nets, but before King comes in, let's take a look at vintage Jordan.
Well, he's so quick and explosive. 2 dribbles and he gets all the way to the basket. Just a sensational play. See, I think that's more sensational than a dunk because he's got to glide, he's got to use the glass, he's got to play angles off the backboard.
Addison. Bernard King makes his first appearance of the ball game.
Bob, this could get ugly here.
Team signed February 3rd. Jordan gets the foul in the backcourt on Cheek. And that was a good foul by Michael, even though they'll shoot it, because Addison had the easy lay-in otherwise. Bulls by 12. Nets have been struggling since the All-Star break. Now they've lost Kenny Anderson with a broken hand, and Sam Bowie's not playing tonight.
Well, even with Kenny Anderson, they had 95 points, they had 88 points, they had 91 points. And look what they had, Orlando with the Shaq coming in. Denver, who's a much improved team, playing much better than that. The Clippers, Golden State, Phoenix, and Portland. Ooh. So it does not get any easier for Chuck Daly and his troops. And the Prince of Pessimism, I'm sure, talking there with Brendan Sturr, saying, Brendan, it's going to be a tough road here. We're going to earn our money over these next few weeks. And you know what? 2 weeks. It might be 6 weeks that he's out. And if his left hand, you don't know how he's going to come back because that's his dominant hand. So this could really ruin New Jersey's season. I'm sure they're fuming, too, only the fact that Starks is only fined $5,000, no suspension or anything else. So
Grant misses. Coleman was right in his face. Bulls lead it by 10. New Jersey hoping to cut it back to single digits again. 2-on-2. Armstrong. Tough shot. Grant to follow. He missed it. And then back again.
Well, Bernard King is in the game hoping to give them an offensive spark. He's had one really good ball game, and he's come in and had, I think, 12, 13 points against the Pistons in here. Other than that, he really has not been able to do the things they would like for him to do. We have to remember he's 36 years old, and he's not played in 2 seasons, coming off major knee surgery.
Mo Cheeks with the drive, no lift. He missed it. Addison also missed the putback. Grant got the rebound. That's 8 rebounds to go to 17 points. 2:49 to go in the quarter. Bulls by 12. They led by 4 at the break. Cheeks almost had one of his patented steals. 4 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Now 2. Pippen's going to have to throw up a prayer.
And another offensive rebound by Horace Grant.
Boy, did he save that. McRae loses it out of bounds. Net ball. Phil Jackson is up and yelling at his Chicago Bulls. Meets them coming off the floor. Sports Illustrated has their swimsuit issue. We have our caps issue here on TNT. Kathy Ireland starring in both publications.
I've never seen you give your hat up more quickly to someone. I begged for that hat for about 2 weeks.
I've been holding on to that hat. But,
Just for this moment, right?
Well, she's such a nice young lady. I thought she'd appreciate that. San Antonio and the Bulls. Where are we? Friday, 8 o'clock Eastern Time. Oh, concentration can go at a moment's notice. Trouble against the press.
They just, you see, look at who Tuck has to go to with these injuries. He's got Maurice Cheeks and Bernard King on the floor, two guys who obviously are at the stage as they're late into their career with Coleman on the post. Raphael Addison, Tucky Brown. So, I mean, they've got to hope that Chicago goes through a dry spell here. Maybe they can get 2-3 baskets, cut this lead to 6 going into the fourth quarter.
Coleman has 16. McRae's open over a charging Bernard King. Coleman tipped it. Addison gets it to Cheeks. Back to Chucky Brown. Full transition defense. So good. That's what Bernard King does best.
Quick release jump shot.
First bucket of the night. Ramil Robinson's going to make his first entry into the ball game as Chuck Daly keeps trying to find a point guard who can get it done tonight. See, George has it. Mo Cheeks has it. 10 to shoot for the Bulls. Now 5.
Boy, Scotty just is having a miserable night.
Bad biorhythm. Coleman.
You know what? Coleman, when he dribbles the ball up the floor, he acts like he's by himself out there. I mean, it's 3 times guys have come in behind him. He's got to understand people are going to run in from behind on him. It's like he's the only guy on the floor as New Jersey has quietly pulled this to a 6-point game.
It was 4 at the half. We have a minute to go in the third quarter. Trent Tucker on the drive on the left. Tough shot over Addison.
Well,
8 points for Trent.
You don't normally think of Trent Tucker scoring off the dribble.
I was surprised. 45 seconds to go in the third quarter. Bernard King against Pippen. Still quick there, but didn't get the bank shot. Here comes Armstrong, Pippen, McRae, Tucker, all the Bulls down quickly.
Bernard King did everything right except finish the shot.
10 to shoot, 25 in the quarter. Nice pass from Pippen to Grant. Offensive foul. No basket. Wave it off. Grant is furious, and he's flirting with the technical.
That was a good call, though. Horace leaned in. You're going to see it right here. The man is holding his position, and Horace jumps right into him. That's a good call.
Ramil Robinson in the ball game.
Interesting substitution. Ramil's going to play the 2 guard now, so he's going as the with Maurice Cheeks, taking Raphael Addison out of the game.
Remember, Petrovic is on the bench with 4 personals. I like Ramil Robinson, frankly, better at the 2 than the point anyway.
Right, but the only problem you have is you have to worry about is his size.
Robinson takes the shot. That's a tough one to make when you just come into the ball game. Gets the loose ball. Tenths of seconds. That does not count. Wave it off. Chicago leads by 8, 67-59 at the end of 3.
All right, Ernie Johnson back with you in our Atlanta studio. They head to the fourth period at Brendan Byrne Arena with the Bulls leading by 8 over the Nets. Let's hit the early starts and update you. Late in the fourth quarter now, New York with a 106-97 lead over Atlanta despite 41 from Dominique Wilkins. Indiana has beaten San Antonio. That final 109-95. And the Minnesota Timberwolves trailing Orlando 106-85 and repeating that final score in the San Antonio-Indiana game. We got the Pacers 109-95. Take my word for it. Let's get back to Brendan Byrne.
Indiana with the win. Look at the scoring by quarter. Wilt Chamberlain had this many points on March 2nd when he scored his 100 points at this point in that game.
Well, you know, I think the thing that stands out is New Jersey's only scored 33 points in the last 2 quarters, yet they're still within striking distance, down only 8.
Final 12 minutes.
See, Ramil Robinson's got to play Michael Jordan right now. They're going to have to double him because he's going to go right into the post. He'll leave Tucker for 3.
Rimmed it out. Nice tip in by Michael Jordan. Michael has 17 points at 8 at the half. And he has 3 offensive rebounds, 6 total. Phil Jackson said one of the things he wanted the Bulls to do better in this stretch was play better defense. Well, good defense on that possession. Beaten by 10. Pippen still hasn't scored, but he's going to get an opportunity at the free throw line now as Coleman fouls him on the attempted jump shot. That's 3 on Derek.
I think they're going to rule that he was on the pass with this. It looked like he was trying to find Scott Williams on the roll. That's what they're going to call anyway. It looks like a shot from there, but they're going to give it to him on the side. Scotty's going, Danny, I haven't got into the books tonight. At least put me on the foul line.
That was a jump shot attempt if I ever saw one.
Exactly right.
Offensive foul on Michael Jordan as he packed in on Romeo Robinson. That's 3 on Jordan. 10-point Bulls lead, 11 minutes to go in the game. Romeo Robinson and Mo Cheeks at the guard for the Nets.
Who's going to score with this unit on the floor? Obviously, Derek Coleman's the guy they're going to have to go to. They're going to double team him, so he's going to make some open jump shots when the ball goes in the post. Here's in the post, so he's going to make the open jump shot when they double.
They double and they get it inside to Chucky Brown. He missed the lay, and Coleman comes away with it. Great strength shown by Coleman there.
Yeah, good hands. The ball was loose in traffic, and he just muscled it right back into his own hands. Nice offensive rebound and finish.
Bulls by 8. Nets hanging in here, despite only scoring 61 points thus far. Scott Williams, spin move inside, stripped away. Romeo Robinson couldn't control it, but Coleman has it. Now, here's where the Nets get in trouble when Coleman handles it up there.
Scott Williams hurt his thumb, too, Bob. It looks like when the ball was knocked loose from his hand. He's in pain right now.
Yeah, he's grimacing. Coleman's going to pull up for the jumper. Doesn't get it. Jordan rebounds.
See, he just does not have to deliver that outside jump shot. He's got too much talent in the post to deliver that outside jump shot. He's got a bad shoulder.
Michael has 7 boards tonight. Bernard King in the face of Pippen. Williams from the baseline. It's going to be New Jersey ball. Trailing by 8. Nets still hanging in here, trying to find something at the guard position. Petrovic has been out for, 3 or 4 weeks? It seems like in this game with 4 fouls. He left at 7:32 of the third quarter.
That's a good point. When Tuck's going to bring him back.
Now's a good time.
I guess he feels like defensively they need to have the group they have on the floor right now. Here's Cheeks going to have a wide open shot.
He usually can hit that, or at least he could in his earlier days.
This is the game that can't shoot straight that's on the floor right now. See, that's where Coleman's effective. Right there. Get in the paint, bang around, maybe get to the free throw line. He's taken 2 outside shots, missed them both, got inside, and had 2 nice, strong plays in the lane.
He has 20 points. It's a 6-point Bulls lead. 9 minutes to go. 10 to shoot. Jordan trying to get past Romeo Robinson. Nice pass to Pippen's first basket of the night. 1 for 6.
Romeo Robinson right now is playing with 0 confidence. He does not even want the ball. You can see him when he brings it up. He gets it, and he's looking to make a pass. I think he's going to be coming out of the game right now.
Grant calls for the foul. Pippen, we said he was 1 of 6, but he has 7 rebounds and 5 assists.
Yeah, Scotty brings you so much more than scoring, but you used to see him get 20 points. Here's Coleman banging, flashing, posting. That's where he's got to do his damage. He's a power forward. He's got to stay in the lane, do the dirty work for this Nets if they're going to have a chance to win in the absence of Kenny Anderson.
Nets have called timeout. Dutch boy in the paint. Offensive rebounds. The Bulls have 11 points off 13. The Nets only 7 off 15.
Well, what it tells you is your efficiency rating. The Bulls almost at 1 point for each offensive rebound. The Nets are at under a half point. So you'd like to be able to get, if you can get a 1 point for every offensive rebound, you're doing very, very well. Maybe 1.2, 1.3. The Nets have not been able to convert their opportunities around the basket.
Petrovic gets back into the ballgame, has 12 points. He went out with 7:32 to go in the third quarter, and Chicago is leading 55-45. Now the Nets trail it by 8 with 8:37 to go in this game.
Clock winding down again.
Pete George from long range throws up an air ball. Pippen from the college three-point line. Now, Pippen has hit his last two. Just what New Jersey didn't need is Pippen to start shooting. Bulls by 10.
That's what I was going to say, Bob. Just what you need now for Scotty to find the range.
Petrovic off the curl. Now he's open for a three. No way. Runs it down, however. Gets fouled by Pippen. Pippen first. The finals, New York beat Atlanta. Look at that. Knicks scored 107. Orlando, 108-89 over Minnesota. And Indiana got San Antonio, 109-95.
You know, Bob, what jumps out at me when I watch this New Jersey team is how important it is to have guys who can make outside shots. The ball's going to go in the post to Coleman. There's going to be a double up. And somebody's going to get a shot here over Coleman. He's going to get a foul. But normally what's going to happen is the ball's going to go in the post. He's going to get a double team. The ball's going to come out, and someone's going to have an open jump shot. And New Jersey, as Petrovic, doesn't have a guy who can make an open jumper.
Horace Grant just picked up his fifth foul with 7:46 to go, and Horace has been the man of the big three tonight, more than Jordan and Pippen, frankly.
Well, that doesn't surprise me because I knew when they were going to play the Jordan rules tonight that Horace is going to get a lot of opportunities. He's gotten to the offensive boards. He's made some good opportunities around the basket for himself in the context of their set offense, and Rodney McRae will come in for him now. And this is what Rodney McRae is there for. It's a versatile guy that can play both forward positions to give Horace and Scottie Pippen some rest.
Coleman has been the only weapon for New Jersey in this quarter. Everybody else on the team 0 for 4 from the field. Coleman 2 for 4, has 5 points, or 6 points with the free throws. 73-65 Chicago. Pippen loses it, then regains it. 5 to shoot. Williams from 18. Rebound Morris, Petrovic.
There's that pump fake again with the ball.
And to George for the lay-in.
I don't know how many times I've seen Petrovic do that tonight, but he freed up Tate George that time. The defender flew by, made the nice play. Simple, fundamental basketball.
7 minutes to go in the ball game. 6-point Chicago lead. New Jersey hanging around. Pippen has hit his last 3 shots.
That's why they're the world champions right now. They find where you are weak at some point in time, and they go to that person. It's been Grant, it's been Jordan, and now it's Pippen.
Last 6 points for Chicago. Coleman wants to get it inside, lost the handle.
All right, watch the shot fake with the ball. Shot fake, Williams flies out. It forces Pippen to come over and give help, and he cannot get back to Tate George. And here's Scottie Pippen, the post up over Coleman, the fadeaway jumper. He's hit his last 3 shots. He scored the last 6 Chicago points.
6:30 to go in the ball game. 8-point Bulls lead. Jordan from 15. Michael has a quiet 19 tonight. He is nevertheless the leading scorer for Chicago. But the Bulls have good balance in a low-scoring game so far. There's that trap, a double team.
He takes it right off the screen roll. See, Tate George does not have the speed and quickness of Kenny Anderson. They can't get by on the screen.
Coleman turned it over for the second consecutive possession.
They're just going to run 2-3 guys at Derek Coleman. He's going to have to catch the ball, see where the double team is coming from, find the open man, repost, and have him pump the ball back into him, give him a second opportunity. That's 2 straight turnovers now for Coleman.
Bulls by 10. Jordan spins around Petrovic, misses. Here comes Morris. Bad pass early to Tate George, who makes a spectacular turnaround drive.
That was a great play by George. It was not a good pass. Chris Morris got the ball away from him. He did not give him a chance to finish in rhythm. He made him make a very difficult play. Here comes Pippen again.
Blocked by Coleman. Net down by 8. Hard foul from Williams. Jordan also flies into the expensive seat on the baseline. He's all right.
Scottie Pippen goes to the basket. Derek Coleman with a nice rejection. Tate George throws the ball ahead, and Tucky Brown's going to take the ball strong to the basket. Here comes Jordan, who actually blocked the ball nicely from behind. Scott Williams with the foul on the body. Tucky Brown shooting 2 free throws. Bulls now over the limit with 4 fouls, so the Nets will shoot free throws the rest of the way. Now, let me tell you something, Bob, that's here. It's important. The Nets only have 1 team foul. 5 minutes to go. They should be very aggressive on Michael Jordan because you're not going to shoot free throws until 5th foul. So you want to make sure that you're aggressive at this point in time. Maybe you get a couple balls that knock loose and get an opportunity to get out and get some easy baskets. But the 1 foul is very, very important when you're playing the Bulls in the 4th quarter.
Good save by Purdue, who came back into the ball game, as did Chris Dudley. It's a 7-point Bulls lead. That's an excellent point. Doug, 1 team foul for the Nets, 4 for the Bulls. Dudley kept it alive to Morris. What a ball fake. He missed the lay-in. Oh, my. Jordan didn't see the pass but recovered. Good defense by St. George. Armstrong open.
Why do you need shooters? See what shooters do for you? You space the floor. You got to stretch the defense. They double Michael. BJ spots up. You take a missed layup. You turn into a 3-point shot. It's a 5-point swing, and you put a stake right through the net's heart. That's what that 3-point shot will do to you when a team's trying to make a run at you or you're trying to put somebody away.
The Bulls back by 10. St. George with the hard drive to Morris. Oh, no! Scored! Oh, no! Oh, he loves it. Jack O'Neal shattered one earlier, and this time Chris Morris got it. Chuck Daly isn't all that thrilled about it because they still trail by 8. And Doug and I are going to get a whole lot of...
and this is what we call the rain delay in baseball. This is what they say, keep filling, keep filling.
Let's listen to this shatter. I mean, this was a monster jam by Chris Morris.
I think Chris Morris was upset that he had missed that last layup.
Listen to this.
Now, remember, those are breakaway rims, too. The days that I played, there were no breakaway rims. Daryl Dawkins broke 2 within 10 days when I played. 1 in Kansas City, came back, and we were playing San Antonio home, broke 1 again, so he broke 2 in 10 days.
Well, that's Chris Morris's first broken backboard in the NBA. The safety glass did not fall all over the floor as it did when Shaquille O'Neal broke it earlier.
It's like a rock hitting the windshield of a car right there. See how quick that shattered?
That's the only way to get a 10 in the slam dunk competition at All-Star Saturday, is to break the back.
We're going to let Dick Bavetta come over and just explain everything to us. What's up, Dick?
Bavetta said, I'll let you know. Oh, so you heard that. It'll be an unsportsmanlike, so there'll be a technical by Chicago when they come back. The Bulls are now leading it by 8. We have a shattered backboard in New Jersey. No, this is not the World Trade Center.
Ernie Johnson back with you in our Atlanta studio. If you're just joining us, you see the situation right there. Chris Morris shattered the backboard with about 4 minutes to go in the Bulls-Nets game. Let's go back to our guys on the scene. How long is this going to take, Bob Neal?
As you see, they've lowered the basket. Here's what they're going to do is replace that backboard. You see the new one that'll be rolled in there. And, Doug, you made an excellent point. You see a lot of fans standing around there. That glass is dangerous.
Yes, it is. That is. I mean, I remember when Darryl broke those backboards when I was playing. The glass came out of the backboard, and it stuck into the floor. It is sharp, and it is nasty, and you do not want to be touching and handling that glass. I'm sure what people are waiting to do is to see if they can get a souvenir in case some of that glass falls out of there, but that is very, very sharp. Here's the play once again. St. George with a great pass, and Chris Morris very upset that he had missed the layup the previous time down the floor. I think, too, Bob, the angle with which that dunk was made on the baseline, had he been coming straight ahead, I think you would have seen more give in the rim with the snap in the rim. It would have probably collapsed, but coming from the side, it didn't, and he hit it just at the right way, and it shattered it upon impact.
not been a good week here in metropolitan New York
No.
for broken glass and things. We have 4:21 to go in the ball game. The Bulls are leading it by 8, and as Dick Bavetta told us, after action does resume here, there was a non-unsportsmanlike technical call. That's the phrasing. The Bulls will shoot one technical free throw and have possession of the ball. So Chris Morris gets the dunk, the broken backboard, the pictures, the publicity, but it's only a net 1 point for the New Jersey Nets if the Bulls hit that technical, and the Bulls will come away with the basketball. That's Dick Bavetta on the sideline right now. So they're cleaning off the glass, going to replace this. We don't know how long it will take. The players have all left the floor. They'll be in the locker room stretching. This could change a lot of things when you
Well,
have
you
a delay.
got to wonder how the teams will come out, how long the delay will be, and then when they come out, who will react best to the time and delay. And when you've cooled off, now what you've done is you've gone out and you've played for about 2 hours of basketball. Now you're going to go in and cool down. And who's going to come out and warm up and hit the quickest? I mean, you missed 4 or 5 quick shots at the Chicago.
Burn Arena. Bob Neal, Doug Collins standing by. What a special night for Commissioner David Stern. Gets to see a shattered backboard, guys.
All right, before we go to the commissioner, let's take a look at the sequence of events as to what happened. The ball was dished off by Tate George to Morris. Came in from the side, as Doug pointed out. That did not give that collapsible rim a chance to really collapse because of the angle, thus the shattered backboard. They've since replaced it. They are now measuring it, and the players are coming back on the floor, and they will have 3 minutes to warm up. 3 minutes to warm up, and we have, I would say, a highly qualified, perhaps over-qualified substitute analyst here with us.
Backup act. I appreciate that.
Commissioner of the NBA, David Stern. My first question is, this is the second shattered backboard of the year. Are you going to go to collapsible backboards next year?
Well, that's just, the other one was the stanchion. It wasn't the backboard. So don't get...
Everything's technical.
Let's keep our, actually we're, you're going to have them. I think what we have to make sure is that there's additional equipment available that can be put on in the speedy way. And twice this year we've been lucky.
Absolutely.
Because the stanchion that the extra one that Phoenix had is one that is not yet standard in NBA arenas for replacement. So we're lucky they had the backup. And obviously every team is required to have the backup that the Meadowlands has here. And it's installed and the players are warming up.
Again, if you're just joining us, there's a delay. It's 80-72. The Bulls leading the Nets 4:21. They're almost ready to play after Chris Morris shattered the backboard. The second major delay we've had this season in the NBA. And I can vaguely recall the first one. I think it was that guy named O'Neal for Orlando, this thing at Phoenix. Backboard didn't break there, but he just about tore the whole house down in America West. That was about a half-hour delay. This one hasn't been quite that long, and they're ready to play again at Brendan Byrne Arena. 4:21 to go. Let's see what happens. Bob, Neal, take it away, kid.
Thank you, and thanks for calling me kid. 8 points. The Bulls lead here with 4:21 to go. Let's reset the game and what has happened. First of all, Doug pointed this out late in the second quarter that the Bulls were starting to take command. They have outscored the Nets 43-33 in the second and third quarter at that time. The Bulls shooting 45%, the Nets way down to 38%. Bulls and the Nets rebounding-wise, Nets a good rebounding team, pretty even. Grant has 17 points and 10 rebounds, but Horace Grant also has 5 personal fouls. And let me get back now to what's happening in this game. Following the Chris Morris shattered backboard, a non-unsportsmanlike technical was called on Morris for hanging on the rim. The Bulls get 1 technical free throw here, and then they'll have possession of the ball, but they would have had that anyway because it would have been their ball.
The question now is, who is going to come out of this delay in the best shape? Because right now you've had 2 teams that have cooled off, and who will this benefit? Bulls had the ball first. DJ cashed in on the free throw, so if they score here, the lead goes back up to 11 points.
Bulls 81-72. 4:10 to go. Into Jordan. Triple team. That's that Jordan Rules swarming defense. Purdue kept it alive. Chased down by Derek Coleman. Nice play to Tate George.
Every possession now, New Jersey coming down must really score. They're down 9, the clock working against them.
Petrovic on the drive. He's fouled by Purdue, who stepped into his way. Bulls are in the penalty.
And again, one of the things we pointed out, New Jersey only has one foul, but at the 2-minute mark, the second one in the last 2 minutes automatically puts in the penalty, so they can be very aggressive here for the next minute and 45 seconds against Michael when they go to their double teams, maybe force a turnover.
Petrovic, only 4 points. Make it 5 since the first quarter. Petrovic has 13 for the game. Having himself a whale of a couple of years after the trade. Looked like he was going to waste away at Portland.
Well, he's really learned how to play the NBA game. It took him a while. He was a great player over in Europe, and it just took him a while to get into the feel of this game. He's become an excellent big guard in this league, can score as well as anybody now, and you can go to him at crunch time because he's also a great three-point shooter.
7-point Bulls lead. With 10 on the shot clock, Jordan misses. Grant tips it back out. Another offensive rebound for Horace Grant.
See what that also means? That means 48 seconds the Bulls can use on this possession, so that rebound is big.
Pippen was held by Morris on the drive. Horace Grant has 6 offensive boards tonight, by the way. That's 2 on Morris. And now 2 team fouls against the Nets with 3:19 to go, and the Bulls leading by 7.
Scottie Pippen on the season is only a 67% free throw shooter.
He has 7 points in this game. All have come in the fourth quarter.
Now, Bob, he's changed his release. If you watch this, no dribbles. He takes the ball when it's given right to him, and he goes right up with his shot. No dribbles at all. He goes right up into his shot.
And misses. Garrett Coleman gets the rebound.
Darrell Walker in the game defensively against Petrovic. Michael will now go against Tate George, trying to take away Petro.
Looking for Coleman on the post. Horace Grant in his way. Grant playing with 5 fouls. Petrovic in the paint. Tough shot. Loose ball foul. Said he's going to be on Purdue.
Now here's where Chris Dudley, being in the game at this stage of the game, when he gets to the free throw line, he's going to have to convert. They're in the penalty situation. He's working hard on the offensive board. We know that he's a 50% free throw shooter, although tonight in the ballgame he's actually shot pretty well. I think he's, 3 for 4.
And they're going to give that foul to Scottie Pippen, his second, as Dudley goes to the line. Bulls by 8, 2:57 to go. It's painful watching this double clutch. And we have a timeout called by Chicago to ice Dudley. This won't make it any easier. As the Bulls lead it by 8, Dudley will resume his adventuresome free throw moment. You see what the story is when the Bulls hold their opponents under 100, and the Nets have only 74 right now.
Yeah, you see the Bulls are 26-3. The Nets only 1-16 when they don't score 100. You follow that up with shooting. When the Bulls' opponents shoot under 50%, they're 26-3. So does not look good. Or excuse me, they're 31-3 when they shoot under 50%. So it does not look good right now for the New Jersey Nets.
2:57 remaining in the ball game. Bulls 43%. They're not shooting all that well either. You wonder almost how the Nets have hung in here. They've played very poorly tonight. Certainly not handled the ball well with the injury to Kenny Anderson. Sam Bowie is out of action. Dudley's had to go most of the way at center. And he has a free throw remaining. Chris Dudley has scored 5 points, none in this fourth quarter. He does have 11 rebounds and 3 blocks. 7 offensive boards. Gets that one to fall. He's having a pretty good night at the free throw line. He's missed 2. Bulls swing into that triangle. Now isolate for Jordan. There's that double team. They run right at him. Dudley catches the air ball, and there's a foul!
Oh, boy. Oh, what a late call. Oh, boy. Wow, the ball was rebounded before the call was made. Man,
Chuck Daly is
very
furious.
That was a very, very late call.
Jordan has 19, make it 20 points, 8 rebounds, and 8 assists tonight.
The shot is taken. The ball is rebounded right there. The action's going on. Now the whistle blows. Guys look around thinking it might be a loose ball foul on Chicago. Michael shoots 2 free throws.
Boy, that was big at this point.
Yeah, well, instead of getting a chance to cut it to maybe 5 or 4 with a three-pointer, you're now down 9.
And it looked as though there was not even any contact on Jordan's arm as it was. Nevertheless, game resumes. Well, there's a makeup. It's the foul.
That's what upsets you as a player. That's a make-up call right there for the one at the other end. But you know what? It doesn't make up for that because you've given the Bulls 2 points.
See if you see anybody hit his arm here anyway.
Well, first of all, it's a bailout shot.
Yeah.
And you don't put a guy on the free throw line in the last 2 minutes of the game shooting a bailout shot.
Well, Dick Bavetta knew that, quickly whistled it the other way and sent Petrovic to the line.
The problem is you trade 2 for 2 and you lose 15 seconds on the clock, so that's not a trade-off at this point in time.
Dan Crawford, the official who made the call, by the way. In case you wonder. Petrovic taking the boat. It's a 7-point Bulls lead. The Nets are still in this thing with 2:16 to go. We had about a 20-minute delay because of the shattered backboard. Dudley in the face of Purdue looking for somebody. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Jordan forcing Petrovic. Dudley grabs another board. He has 12 rebounds.
There's still plenty of time if they get good shots. They're only down 7. Somebody's going to make an outside shot. The Bulls are going to collapse inside.
Here's Morris from out of his range. Dudley's hit. Coleman missed it. Armstrong with the ball.
Important for being able, again, to make the perimeter jump shot. On the season, the Nets shooting only 45%. Kenny Anderson, if he were on the floor, maybe could get them something easy going to the basket. They're having to work for every possession.
Plus, he's got the perimeter shot, too, and certainly better than Tate Jordan.
4 to shoot. 3, 2, 1.
That's a violation. Bulls turn it over.
You see the clock is working against you now. 24 seconds they used up. Nets down 7. They're going to call a timeout.
That's a 20-second timeout called by Chuck Daly and the New Jersey Nets. And the Bulls continue to lead by 7 with 1:15 to go. The score 84-77. This has been ugly ball here tonight. But the Bulls will take it any way they can get it. And the New Jersey Nets know that they are in the teeth of the toughest part of their schedule. Sam Bowie did not start tonight, and Kenny Anderson's out for at least 2 weeks. Michael Jordan has not been happy all night long.
Yeah, this has been sort of a game that the Bulls just want to get over with the win. You know, they're at the stage of the season right now, Bob. They want to get to the playoffs. They want to have the best record, but they want to get to the playoffs. It's a game they must win, regardless of it's 90 to 80 or whatever it might be. They just want to get out of here without a win. I mean, with the win, excuse me.
Petrovic to Coleman, back to Morris. He'll take it hard to the hoop behind Dudley. The foul and the three-point opportunity, and I think that's Horace Grant. If so, it is, and he'll be out of the ball game.
Well, now what happens, if he makes this free throw, you got a 2-possession game. This is a spectacular play. See, this is what Chris Morris, he's got the great ability to hang and finish the shot when he concentrates. His concentration, he does not waver. He keeps his eye on the target, draws the contact, and gets the ball into the basket. So nice play. He now must step up and make the free throw because then it becomes a 2-possession game. Down in only 84-80, still 1:07 remaining in the ball game.
Horace Grant fouls out with 17 points, 11 rebounds, 6 offensive boards. Rick Tucker has entered the game, and Morris to the line. Three-point conversion, some pressure now. It's a 4-point Bulls lead. They bring the pressure off.
New Jersey still has 1 foul to waste, but they don't want to take it because it would give the Bulls a new 24-second clock. So you do not want to foul in this situation.
10 to shoot. Pippen on Coleman. Kicks it to Armstrong. 7. He's in trouble. The turnover. It's going to be New Jersey ball with 44 seconds. And the Bulls lead has been cut to 4. Now, Chicago had a 14-point lead midway through the third. The Nets closed the gap to 7 3 times, to 6 3 times. Now they finally cut it to 4 and have the ball.
All right, now here's what you want to do if you're New Jersey. There's 44 seconds to go. You want to get a shot in about 10 seconds, so you got about 10 seconds to play with. If you can have good defense, you can get the ball back. So you'd like to get a shot up about 35 seconds if you could to give you another possession later on. Go 2 for 1, but you don't have to be in a real big hurry.
Timeout on the floor. Let's go to Ernie Johnson in Atlanta. So here it's the Bulls by 4 with 44.3, and a major turnover in this ball game as B.J. Armstrong drove into the lane. The Bulls have committed 19 so far, had nowhere to go with it.
Well, Scottie Pippen turns the corner, kicks it back to B.J. The Bulls lose spacing on the floor. Everybody's in the lane. No one to pass to because Trent Tucker does not work in behind the ball. So B.J. Armstrong gets a turnover, but he really had no one to pass the basketball to.
Well, here's the story on the reset of the game to give you an idea of what remains. Bulls have 3 full, 120, no fouls to give. Nets 2 full, no 20, and they do have that very important foul to give.
Now, where is New Jersey going to go with this shot? You would think maybe a Petrovic trying to work open. He's going to be guarded by Darrell Walker. I think I'd put Michael Jordan on Petro because he's going to get more respect from Darrell Walker. Petro takes it to the basket. He might get a foul against Walker. Not inclined to do so against Jordan.
Coleman against Scott Williams. Coleman loses the offensive board. Jordan is fouled in the backcourt. And there's 35 left.
Now, see, they took the shot with 35, so had they scored, there would have been about 11 seconds for them to differentiate between the shot clock and what they would have left in the game. So the foul to waste, now when the ball comes in, they're probably going to have to take a quick foul.
14 fouls on the net, 5 on the Bulls. There's the quick foul. And they'll come down and shoot it. Chuck Daly trying to play without Bowie and Anderson tonight. And hanging in here, it's been Chuck Daly, low scoring, battling all the way, this New Jersey team. They're showing a lot of character. Jordan, 21 points, 4 of 5 from the line, 5 of 6, and has 9 rebounds and 8 assists in what you might call an off night for Michael. Walker in for B.J. Armstrong.
I think after this free throw, the Nets will probably call a timeout and advance the ball to half court. You've got to save the precious time on the clock right now. Still within 2 3-point shots, though, if Michael makes this. So the game is far from being over. I've seen crazier things happen in a shorter period of time.
Like, say, the 72 Olympics.
Exactly right.
Timeout on the floor, 34.3. Bulls now lead it by 6. Chuck did call that. They'll get it at half court when they inbound. To be exact, Ernie, Bulls lead it by 6. Nets in possession of the ball. Chicago Bulls had led by 14 points in this ball game. Midway through the third quarter, Nets kept pounding in, staying in. They pulled a 7 3 times, to 6 3 times. They also cut it to 4, which was their closest lead since the opening minute of the second half. But the Bulls now, with the 2 Michael Jordan free throws, have the 6-point lead.
The one thing that really has protected the Nets and given them an opportunity to even stay in this game, shooting 38-39%, is their offensive rebounding, number 1. Number 2, they've cut their turnovers down from 11 in the first half, of which the Bulls got 16 points on, to only 5 in the second half. So that change in turnovers has given them more possession and has not allowed the Bulls to get out and get some easy baskets. B.J. Armstrong has 3 big 3-point shots in this game, which might come down to be the difference in the ballgame. They have 4 3-point scores and none for New Jersey.
Petrovic leads the league in 3-pointers, but the Nets are 0 for 3 tonight.
That's the ball game.
Scottie Pippen runs down the loose ball.
Smart play by Scottie to give the ball up, and I tell you why. He throws the ball to an 87% free throw shooter. That's being an unselfish player. You guys out there who are not good free throw shooters, throw it to the guys who can make foul shots and let them put the game away. Don't try to get your own point total late in the game. Make the smart play.
Yeah, but what if you have no other way to get your point? Speaking for those guys, I guess. Gordon to the line. His 2 free throws built this lead to 6. If he hits both of these, which he doesn't.
Michael backed off the line. He didn't stay with his shot.
He looks as though he's very tired tonight during his whole ball game. Now, don't get me wrong. He's near a triple-double anyway.
but he has not played with the enthusiasm that we've often seen. And usually,
The dog days, Coach. It's the dog days. They're waiting to get into the playoffs. They realize that they're going to be judged when the playoffs start, not how many wins they get during the regular season.
you got that right. Coleman throws up the 3-point prayer. Purdue catches it. 10 seconds to go in this ball game. And the Nets know, and we know, and you know, it is over.
87-80, the Bulls get the Nets by 7. The Nets played without Sam Bowie or Kenny Anderson, but remember, the Bulls have been playing without Cartwright and Paxton. Our Budweiser player of the game is B.J. Armstrong, as Doug pointed out, particularly those 3 three-pointers. Played a very steady, strong game, 7-11, 19 points, and this is a young man who stepped in for John Paxson and is really making himself a major player in the NBA, our Budweiser player of the game.
Thank you for attending tonight's ball game, and please
With all-wheel drive, reliable and durable engineering, Subaru is truly what to drive.
Once again, the final score, Chicago has won their 6th straight, 87-80 over the New Jersey Nets. Be sure to stay with TNT now as NBA action continues Friday when the San Antonio Spurs take on the Chicago Bulls from Chicago Stadium. Ron Thule and Hubie Brown will have that game for you at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. David Robinson will be there, sore thumb and all. Coming up next on TNT, but Hands with Robert Taylor and Desi Arnaz for Doug Collins and the Commissioner. This is Bob Neal saying good night from East Rutherford, New Jersey.